Ladies and gentlemen, my darling's distractions.
Life finds a way.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to my darling's distractions. My name is Luke, and I'm joined, as always, by my lovely wife, Deb. Hi, Deb.
Hi, Luke. How you doing?
Good. Hey, we are also joined by our kids tonight. Hey, kids, how you doing?
Great.
Yes, really good. All right, well, we are tonight going to do a special episode because we, the kids specifically, and Deb and I kind of vicariously, have been participating in a musical. So this episode, we're going to be talking about Matilda the Musical. All right, so to jump in this episode, I wanted to ask you guys a couple of questions as you've been participating. First question is, what role have you had in Matilda the Musical? So, Hope, let's start with you.
I am one of the named kids. My name is Hortensia, and I think I have the least lines out of all the named kids.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm just one of the kids. We get to wear different colored skirts. We get blue instead of gray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just have lines we're just school kids with lines.
Okay, school kids, a named child, Hortensia. Griffin, what about you?
I'm Eric.
Okay.
I'm also one of Matilda's friends.
Mm-hmm.
Crunchum Hall.
Is that the name of the school?
Yeah, that is
Crunchum
me.
Hall?
Crunchum
Yeah.
Hall.
Crunchum All.
It is Crunchum
Crunch
Hall, but
them
it's
all.
supposed to sound it's Crunchum Hall, but it's supposed to sound like Crunchum All.
Okay.
Because of Miss Trunchbull.
Is this ever said during
Crunching
the
them
musical?
all. No, but we do have a background when we're like the school song is
Oh,
like
okay.
just wait for yeah, so it's like the Crunchum Hall.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Back to you, Griffin.
Yeah, so anyways, I'm Eric.
Okay.
One of Matilda's friends. I have a bigger part than a lot of the named kids. I think I'm like pretty important. I don't know.
You get your
What?
ears pulled.
Oh, yeah. Tell them what happens to you.
Oh, during phys ed, or after phys ed, Lavender puts a newt into the Trunchbull's jug, and she thinks it was me, and then she punishes me and pulls my ears really far,
Yes.
even though it wasn't me.
Okay. Yeah. So you are one of the children who is abused.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Which is all of them.
Yeah. All of the children get abused to some regard. You and Bruce get it pretty bad.
Yeah.
And also the little gal.
Amanda.
Amanda,
who
yeah.
gets thrown by her pigtails.
Yes. All right.
Swung around
Hammer
and thrown off
thrown.
stage.
Yes. Olivia, what about you? What has been your role?
I am in the Big Kids Ensemble who come out during school song and the chokey chant trying to scare the little children.
Mm-hmm.
But I am also the understudy for Matilda Wormwood.
Oh.
And so I have been following the real person cast as Matilda.
Mm-hmm.
I'm following her around and saying her lines.
Yeah, there was a period of time, obviously, for most of the practices, you guys were saying them at the same time, which is fun.
But we stopped doing that.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it is performance time.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, so with that in mind, we're in the midst of performance season. We are halfway through performances, 3 of them last weekend, and we have 3 more this upcoming weekend. So I wanted to ask you guys, before we get out of this performance mode, what are a couple of questions about Matilda the Musical. So first, I wanted to know is, do you have a favorite character from Matilda the Musical?
My favorite character is probably Rudolpho because he's the salsa dancer, Mrs. Wormwood's like instructor or dance partner.
Right.
And he's just like a really funny character, like his character and his real life person. And like I just think like the way he talks and like the words that he uses is really funny, like his real life person, and his character is like just really I think it's funny, And I like how he's like obsessed with dancing, and he goes, "No, my legs, my beautiful legs." I think that's funny.
Yeah, he has a lot of like little one-liners that he pops in, like after somebody said something, he just gets to say something funny. Yeah, that's a good choice. What about Griffin or Olivia? Do you guys have a favorite character from the show?
My favorite character is Michael Wormwood,
Oh, okay.
Mr. Wormwood and Mrs. Wormwood's son. Mr. Wormwood really likes TV.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what that's Michael's version of books. Even though he's like 7, he's still really dumb.
Okay. Yeah. So that was a fun thing. The person who plays Michael gets to, I think he has like 4 lines, but he says them like 10 times.
Yeah, he says backwards. He says secrets. He says Michael.
I guess he does
think
have a line where he says, "I have hair." That might be his biggest line.
He says, "I have hair," and he like points to himself.
I've got hair.
I've got hair.
Yeah, Michael. Okay, so Rodolfo, Michael. All right, Olivia, what about you? Favorite character?
I really like Mrs. Phelps.
Okay.
In like the actual musical, she's not as funny as our version.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't think that Mrs. Phelps is supposed to be an extremely funny character, but our actor makes her really funny. And so she's a librarian that reacts to all of Matilda's stories. And so whenever we'll be telling her our stories, she'll react like super, like she's
Extreme.
over dramatic. And so she'll just be like yelling, and she doesn't have a mic, even though she has her own lines, because she just like yells them. She's like, "We have to call the police." When something bad happens, it's like, "Oh no!" Like, so it does have a happy ending. No. And
Yeah,
so
she does a really good job of really extreme acting, doesn't she? Make everybody knows exactly what she's feeling. All right, Mommy, what about you? Favorite character?
Matilda.
Oh, Matilda. All right.
thanks.
Why Matilda?
Tomato.
I like the song she gets to sing. I like the song Naughty is really fun.
Okay.
And Quiet. Those are my 2 favorite songs. And so Matilda is the only one that sings those. So probably Matilda.
Okay. In this particular production, I've really enjoyed Mrs. Wormwood. I think that she is very she really plays that character well, and it's just a funny character to watch. Like how I don't know why, but I think it's funny anytime she's really disgusted with Matilda. Like when there's a time where Matilda asks if she wants to hear a story, and she goes, "Ew."
Like, don't be disgusting.
Yeah.
she's turning around doing her nails, and then from the other side where she's not looking, Matilda goes, "Mom, would you like to hear a story?" And she jumps. And she turns around and she's like, "No, don't be disgusting. Go on, creep on back to that library of yours or something. The sooner you're locked up in school, the better."
Yes. Yeah. So she's a really nasty parent that none of us would like, but very funny in my opinion in the story. Okay, next question for you all is, do you have a favorite scene or a favorite line from the play?
I think I have like a favorite line, but it's not so much the line, it's everyone else's reaction.
Okay.
And so there's one school kid, his name in like the book, he's the snark kid, and his only line is snarkalopsy. And Matilda, she says that like Nigel suffers from narcolepsy, and the person that plays the snark kid, he like runs up and like pushes people out of the way, and he goes, yeah, snarkalopsy. And like it's just like an awkward pause, and then one of the named kids goes up, taps him on the shoulder, and like puts a thumb back to where he was standing, and then like he goes and high fives other big kids, and I think it's really funny.
Yeah. Well, it is funny because it's almost like you're not sure as an audience like what to do, but the actor who plays that kid is really hamming it up, so everybody laughs. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, anybody else a favorite scene or line from the play?
My favorite scene, I couldn't decide on a line, but my favorite scene is at the very end, and it's where the Russian or Bulgarian, as we're doing it, their henchmen and the mafia come out, and they're speaking in Russian, and da is yes in Russian. And so when the leader, Sergei, is coming and like saying, "Oh, I like you, Matilda, like you're smart, unlike your father," and then he sings, he's like, "Matilda," and then he says "da," and all the henchmen are like, "Da, da," and because he had just asked Matilda if she wants some of his henchmen to like beat up Mr. Wormwood because of what he's done to both of them. And so the henchmen think that it's okay for them to beat up Mr. Wormwood.
Because
and
da
he's like,
means
no,
yes.
no, what are you
Okay.
doing?
Yeah.
It's like, Matilda. And when we were practicing it, it wasn't like the funniest thing ever, but just the audience's reaction, like it's the thing that's gotten the most laughs, like one of the things that's gotten the most laughs by far.
Yeah.
And so I just love how everybody loves that scene.
That's been really interesting, don't you guys think? As you've been, there were some lines you would do in practice, and then you're like, okay, whatever. Like you don't realize it, and then you get to an audience, and then you realize how much they're laughing, so much so that you like have to wait to do your next line because everybody's laughing so much at it.
Yeah, like the entire like first school scene where Matilda is just like naming off multiples of 2, and like there's just like little sprouts of laughter in the audience, and like she just keeps going, and people are laughing, and I'm like, what are you laughing at?
Yeah, but you know it because you've heard it so many times. You're kind of numb to those things, but everybody who's hearing it for the first time, it's
Also, Mrs. Phelps, whenever she's saying her lines, we thought like how she was reacting to the story, because sometimes the story is sad, and so it's weird for us how people are laughing at her lines because she's reacting to how sad or like surprising the story is. And so we didn't know that they were going to laugh. And so that was surprising for me when people started laughing at her lines because of how she exaggerates them.
Exaggerated acting. Yeah, that's good.
Do you have a favorite, Griff?
My favorite scene is when Miss Trunchbull takes Amanda by her pigtails and swings her around.
Yeah, that scene gets a lot of laughs.
And we watched Matilda the Musical on Netflix. It's not as funny in that one because it's like quick, but our version, the Reach version, the actor takes like it's really funny. Miss Trunchbull.
So there's like a doll, but obviously it doesn't look like a real person, and so they just the actor for Miss Trunchbull like drags out this doll by her pigtails, and like the like yarn hair, like there's like a receding hairline, and it's really funny, and like the face is like poorly drawn on, and so like they're just like dragging it onto the front of the stage, and everyone's laughing, and the track of the Trunchbull spinning Amanda around by her pigtails is really long, and so it's like really, it's like an awkward amount of time that you're just spinning a doll, and then they release it too early, and so like the doll has already like off the stage, and then like 2 older kids, they have to say, "Look out, she's coming into land," and she's already landed.
Yeah. So it is one of those things that it's funny, and it's interesting how this happens sometimes in theater, but even like the less realistic it is, the more absurd it is, kind of the funnier it is. Like the fact that it's just like he is spinning that doll for so long, like that it just keeps going, makes it funnier, and that the doll like doesn't look like a person necessarily realistic, that makes it funnier, and how it gets thrown partway off stage, and then somebody has to like usually kick it off the rest of the stage. That usually gets a laugh,
Or it hits someone in the face.
yeah.
Done that twice.
That's only happened at practice, but it's always funny because we always tell him off at the end. We're like, well, we don't want it to hit this person's face again, and it has, and in the performances we haven't made it off stage yet. It's the only time we've made it off stage was this last practice on Tuesday, because we used a stuffed animal pig and not a human-sized doll.
Yeah, I get it.
So
I get it. What about you, Mom? A favorite scene?
I think my favorite scenes are during the songs that I like the best. I know kind of fixated on those songs, but those are the most enjoyable for me. And so the scenes where Miss Honey is singing My House, I think is the name of the song. And like I can just tell that she has worked a lot on the emotions of that song and has worked on singing that part, just that song so well. And then I think because Olivia got to do Matilda just one night, it was a Saturday night. And so watching her sing Quiet and Naughty, I could tell how much fun she was having with Naughty. It really looked like you were having fun. Were you having fun?
I was definitely having fun.
Yeah. And then with Quiet, I had just rehearsed that song with Olivia, like at home that day. And so then just watching her perform that one too was really enjoyable for me.
I think for me, my favorite scene, and it's kind of strange, and it's a little bit of a spoiler, so if you haven't seen the show, maybe go forward like 20 seconds. But I think for me, it's the When I Grow Up swing scene, just because like the singing, it's got so many students on stage that the voices come out really strong, and there's good harmonies there. And the visual of people swinging out over the audience. Like if you're in the front row, they're like over top of your heads, which is a cool effect.
It's pretty cool.
We were I really like that song in particular because we've gotten so good at it. That's our best song. You can hear all the harmonies, and for a lot of the other songs we don't quite have the harmonies down, and so whenever we go on stage to sing this one, it is one of my favorites because the swings also help a lot, and I really like how we put the swings in there. And I think it would be cool to be in the audience because of how far they go out into the audience. And just the people, they swing on their stomachs and they have people push them. And that's just, I'm jealous that I don't get to be on the swing. But I really do like watching
the
that.
people who are on the swings do look fearless because they really get going. It's like a big...
I'm on a swing.
Yeah, although your swinging is tame and you're facing backwards.
Yeah,
so.
I'm facing the opposite way, but there are two people on either side of me, and I'm supposed to go the opposite direction of them, and so I have to like stop myself whenever I'm like swinging too fast, and like I'm not supposed to be swinging the same direction as them at the same time.
Yeah. One more question before we move on. So, what would you say is one of your favorite memories so far of being involved in this production of Matilda the Musical?
Perkins. We went to Perkins after Friday night's show, and it wasn't like an official thing, but some of the big kids asked me if I wanted to go to Perkins with them, and they had asked like a lot of people, and so we went there at like 10:30 or something, and we were the first ones there, and so we like got our food before everyone else. The people that got there after us, they were there till like 1 a.m. That's when they got their food.
Waiting for food.
Oh my.
It really made me feel like included because I like hadn't known any of these people, and most of them go to the same school, and like they're all from Sioux City and they all know each other. And so it made me feel like really good that they invited like our family to go like have dinner with them.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Kind of going off of that, this isn't my favorite moment, but I also felt really included because on Sunday, this Sunday performance that we had, it was the actor that plays Miss Trunchbull. It was his birthday. And so they were going to IHOP, I think it was, and we didn't go, but a few people came up and asked me if I was going, and then when I said, oh, probably not, we haven't heard about it until now, they said, oh, well, try to come. Like, I hope you can come. Like, try to ask your parents. I really hope you can come. And they're like, oh, why can't you come? And I'm like, well, I haven't asked yet. And they're like, okay, try to come. And that just made me feel super good. And I just loved, and it was even people that I hadn't talked to in the Big Kids Ensemble. But it just made me feel really good that they were thinking of us.
What about you, Griff? Do you have a favorite memory?
I'm I also really liked the Perkins experience. Yeah, one of my favorite memories was just meeting all the people I got to meet and like becoming friends with them. That was really fun.
So, Olivia, what was your favorite
Oh yeah.
memory or experience?
I
P.S.
don't
Thank
have.
you, Griffin, for your thought.
I don't have one like time that is my favorite, but I really liked when this last week, the week before we did performances, how we just had the whole show all together, and we've never had really this theater experience before, except for a couple shows, and so it was really cool to just have it all together and see it all with all of our friends. And it was just really fun because we got all our mics, and it was really cool to have mics and costumes and lights and all the effects that we were putting off until now.
It really came together in that last week, didn't it?
So it was just really, I was just really glad to see it all together, and that was how it was going to be for the performances.
What about you, Luke? Have you thought this has been
Yeah,
great?
I think, I mean, there were a couple things that stand out to me. One thing, I think it was really fun to do family karaoke night. It was just kind of fun because we really got to kind of see a different side of some of the actors and parents, and that was really fun. And I think just, being able to kind of, we've been backstage, we've kind of helped out in the front, and we've just had different times where we've kind of interacted in just a very welcoming environment. So that was really good. I think that would be a standout moment for me.
Yeah, so one thing that's unique about this is that the troupe or the company that they're with, Reach Youth and Family Theater, so it's not connected with the school at all.
Right.
And so they really do depend on parent volunteers, and maybe a school play would too, but I just felt like this was different in the fact that there really was a place for you to get plugged in as a parent, and they needed your help and costumes and makeup and all those things. And so if you're looking for a way to get involved or to, do something as a family, this really is something that fits that bill. And it was, I think, enjoyable for both of us too.
Yeah,
we made some new friends.
Yeah, it was really good.
I have two other ones.
All right.
Kind of talking about the karaoke party. That was when we first started talking to people and started meeting our friends that we have a group chat with now. We have a named kids group chat, and that was when it first got made. And when we first got everybody's numbers and first started talking to everybody, we sat by them. Before that, during the practices, I had felt like I was just following Hope around. And I don't know if Hope had any people that she wanted to talk to during that time, but I feel like the karaoke party was when it all started out. And now we're really good friends. We've met a lot of really good friends at this time that we can't wait to see tomorrow again because we missed them for a whole week.
Yeah, well, not even that. You guys have missed it for 2 days. But it feels like it's been a long time.
It's a long time.
Yeah, it feels like a long time when you
Like
spend hours together
together
night.
every single day. and we just can't wait to see them again. And then my other one was performing as Matilda. And so I think that was also a really good moment that I liked. I got a whole performance to myself on Saturday.
That's very cool.
And the person playing Matilda, she got to be in the Big Kids ensemble.
That's right.
And her mom told me that she didn't want to go out in the audience and watch the performance. She wanted to be in the Big Kids ensemble. So I'm glad she got to do that. She did look a little short compared to the rest, but it was fine. She did good. She knew all the moves, even though she hadn't been practicing them because she was Matilda.
That's crazy.
That's great.
Yeah. Okay, well, you guys have obviously shared about what you know about Matilda, and you say that maybe even you like Matilda the Musical, but I would like to see how much you really know about Matilda the Musical, and we're going to do that in a segment I'm calling Quiz Me, Baby. So we're going to do a write-down quiz, and in this quiz, I'm going to see how well you know some of the songs of Matilda the Musical, and we're going to do a finish the lyric quiz. So there's going to be 10 different questions. All you need to do is finish the lyric. Now, you can go, some of these, it's hard to tell exactly how far to go. Just go until you feel like kind of the phrase ends as you're filling it in. And I am going to start generous, and I might make things a little bit more tricky as we go along. All right, here we go. Question number 1, finish the lyric.
Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to.
All right, everybody have their answers? All right, Mom, let's start with you. I'm giving you the first one. That's the easiest one.
Oh,
Good for you.
I can do it.
All right, so the line starts, just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't, just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to.
Grin and bear it.
That is correct.
Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change.
All right, give yourself a point if you got that right. And if you were playing along at home, if you got that right, give yourself a point. All right.
I want to say that one of the other lines from that song has now become one of my favorite, quotes.
Motivational poster.
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't want to make a motivational poster. Can I say it, or is it one of your...
This is the only one from that song.
So that's the song Naughty, by the way. And I like the part that says, just because I find myself in this story, just because
That's in a different song.
Just because you find yourself in this story.
Yeah, that's part of this one too.
I mean, it's like a medley. Of
Yeah,
two
like
songs.
a reprise.
It's part of, it is that same tune,
Yeah.
but it is in When I Grow Up.
Yeah. So how does it go?
Just because I find myself in this story, it doesn't mean that everything is written for me.
Yeah. And then keep going. What's the rest of it?
If I think the ending is fixed already, I might as well be saying I think that it's okay.
Yeah.
And that's not right.
Yeah. The ending's not fixed.
That's right.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Keep going, Luke.
All right, good. All right, question number 2.
Are we British or not?
Yeah.
We're British.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you're writing it down, you do need to write the British version. Deb's look of just...
I don't know.
We're British.
We're British.
What's that got to do
Okay,
with anything?
no more hints. No more hints.
Okay.
All right. Griffin, do you want to try to finish the lyric? It starts with, and when I grow up, I will eat... Oh, sorry. When I grow up, I will have treats every day, and I'll play with things...
That mom pretends that moms don't think are fun.
That is
We are
correct.
British. We
Or
are
mums.
British.
Mums.
Mums.
Yes.
MUMS.
What did
Mums.
And I chose this... All right, well, we'll hear our answer.
That is a great song.
Yeah.
This is a very difficult try not to sing
Yes,
challenge.
yes, right. Yeah, you have to sing in your head. I included that line because I think that's a funny line. Like, I'll play with things that moms pretend that... Okay, we'll play with things that mums pretend that mums don't think are fun. I was trying to think of like swords or something. I don't know.
No, okay. In the Netflix thing, there's a Rubik's cube, so I'm
Oh.
assuming it means
Fidgets.
yeah,
Yeah,
toys
like
that
little-
usually kids will play with, and then grown-ups just
grown-ups
play with
pretend
it.
they're not fun.
Haven't you had a poppet before? You've had a little poppet.
Like
Have I
a
played with a poppet?
I think you've had a poppet keychain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think that's
probably.
kind of what they're talking
things
about.
like that.
Like things that children should have, but really moms like them too.
yeah, okay, but they pretend that
Not
they're
dads
like,
though. Dads
not
don't like that.
Did everyone
Dads hate
get,
fidgets.
Did everyone get that right?
Yeah.
I did not.
Ooh.
What did you write?
So I was trying to rhyme with every day, like the A. So I said, play with things that mom and dad say kids should not display.
Girl, what?
Okay. I knew
Good
it
try.
was wrong, but I didn't know what was
Good
right.
try. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's go on to question number 3. Okay. Olivia, we're going to go to you with this one. So it starts with, you listen here, my dear, you'll be punished so severely if you step out of line, and if you cry, it will be double. You should stay out of trouble and
remember to be extremely careful.
That is correct. And remember to be extremely careful.
Extremely careful.
Listen here, my dear, you'll be punished so severely if you step out of line, and if you cry, it will be double. You should stay out of trouble and remember to be extremely careful.
Why?
Why?
All right. Did everybody get that one correct?
I did not. I just said be extremely careful.
Oh.
I forgot to remember to.
I thought that line was interesting because that's where we get our W. It says, so, they're spelling all the letters, or they're
double,
saying.
you should stay out of trouble.
Double U. Yeah.
And if you cry, it will be double. You should stay out of trouble.
Question number 4. These might get a little harder.
People don't like smarty pants what go round claiming.
Hope, we're on to you. The line starts, people don't like smarty pants what go around claiming.
That they know stuff we don't know.
That is correct.
People don't like smarty pants what go round claiming that they know stuff we don't know. Now here's a tip.
What you know matters less.
All right. Yes. Mom,
I did not.
you did not get that. Okay. Is everybody sitting at 4 for 4 so far?
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, besides Mom.
No.
What did you write, Mom? I'm
I
just
said
curious.
telling people all the things they know.
Oh, okay. Then you kind of got the idea.
Similar.
Similar.
But
All
we're
right.
not going to give it to you.
No.
Olivia.
All right. Question number 5.
You have a word, Bruce, or maybe a largeness. It's like the TARDIS.
I love that song too. I like watching people dance to that one. So the choreography is good.
Okay. Well, Mom.
It's like
okay, so no.
We're
It's
back to
like
you.
the TARDIS, right? That was
Yes.
where you left off.
Yeah. So here's the line. You have a worm, Bruce, or maybe your largeness is a bit like the TARDIS.
So I'm gonna guess big and blue with doors.
Good try.
Incorrect.
Good try. All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's listen to our correct answer here. Here's the correct answer.
You have a word, Bruce, or maybe a largeness. It's like the TARDIS. Considerably roomier inside. He can't.
What was it?
Considerably roomier inside. And so people say in size.
Oh.
Because they don't know what the TARDIS
Right.
is.
So
I
here's-
don't know what
Okay,
the
so
TARDIS
here's
is
the
either,
reference.
but-
If you look up the TARDIS, it's from the TV show Mom Knows.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who, and the TARDIS is the name of his spaceship, which looks like a
A phone booth.
Phone booth.
yeah,
a blue
it's,
one.
it's a not magical, scientifically magical, whatever you want to
blue.
call it. You go inside of this phone booth, and it looks like you're going inside just a single phone booth. But once you get inside, it's a whole huge room spaceship.
The Snoopy house.
And so this is a very British show, I've noticed, and so that reference doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I know that some people do definitely know Doctor Who.
Yeah, a lot of people do. I think
I know
a lot
what
of
the TARDIS is.
You've seen the TARDIS before, yeah.
there are many people that would understand.
Yeah, but that's one of those lines. I think it's clever, but it gets missed. So just like the TARDIS is roomier inside, maybe Bruce is roomier inside than he
You
looks.
can eat that cake.
Eat that cake. All right, question. Let's move on. Everybody still 5 for 5?
Yep.
All right.
I think Mama is
What?
too.
No. Sorry, everybody but me. Okay. Okay, on to question 6.
Why would we waste our energy turning the pages 1, 2, 3 when we can sit comfortably on our lovely
This is
bubbly?
my fault.
Yeah, this is where it starts to get a little bit more challenging.
Not me.
Not Olivia?
Yeah, okay. Olivia.
All right. Okay, Griffin, you are up. So it starts with, why would we waste our energy turning the pages 1, 2, 3 when we can sit comfortably on our lovely bumfurlies?
Watching people singing, talking, and doing stuff.
That is correct.
Okay,
Watching
that's what I
people
have.
singing and talking and doing stuff.
Nice
All right, let's
job.
hear that answer.
Why would we waste our energy turning the pages 1, 2, 3 when we can sit comfortably on our lovely bubbly watching people singing and talking and doing stuff? All I know, I love.
Nope, didn't get it.
No, didn't get it. Okay,
Watching
good job,
slightly
everyone.
famous people talking to really famous people.
Let's go on to question number 7.
But 1, 2, 3, 4. Discipline, discipline for children who aren't listening, for midgets who are fidgeting or whispering in history.
All right.
Okay, you guys.
Olivia, we're on to
Oh,
you.
it's me.
I'm sorry. All right, so here are the words beforehand. Discipline, discipline for children who aren't listening, for midgets who are fidgeting or whispering in history.
They're nattering and knittering. They're twattering and twittering. Is something discipline.
Yeah.
Okay.
thought it
Anybody
was-
want to go? All right, that's incorrect. Go try. Anybody else want to go?
It's designed by the something of discipline.
Yeah, you're close.
Oh.
Nope.
I thought it was nattering and twittering. They're something and something.
Battering?
No. All right, so here, I'll read it and then we'll listen to it. So, actually, here, let's listen to it first.
1, 2, 3, 4. Discipline, discipline for children who aren't listening, for midgets who are fidgeting or whispering in history. They're chattering and chittering, their nattering and twittering is tempered with a smattering of discipline.
Tempered with a smattering of discipline.
Yeah, so it is
Chittering and
chattering and chittering. Their nattering and twittering is
I had
tempered
nattering
with a
and
smattering
twittering.
of
did
discipline. Yeah, good job.
Griffin
So
had
I will say
nattering
that
and
No one got that right.
that is a
Nattering and twittering, and then edgeting and fidgeting.
yeah, good try.
Fidgeting.
Fidgeting is in there in a different line, but
So that is one thing. That is a kudos for the actor who plays Trunchbull. This song is really challenging because the words sound all similar on purpose, and it's a very difficult song to sing, and he does a very good job.
yeah. Please tell me that's the only one for Smell of Rebellion.
That is the only line from Smell of Rebellion.
Okay, good, because later in that I would not be able to get it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I will say this is the part where it starts to really get challenging.
Oh no, but I think I memorized all the other songs.
All right, we'll see.
Little do we know, the next one is My Mommy Said I'm a...
All right. Question number 8.
Quiet. Like silence, but no tree there. Silent. Just that still, so tough, quiet.
On that last one with the Smell of Rebellion, my guess was give them a popsicle and send them to bed.
I think you got it right.
Is that from something?
I think that was it.
Wait, say the line again.
Discipline for children who aren't listening, for midgets who are fidgeting or whispering in history.
Give
them
them
a
a popsicle and send them to bed.
Yes, very good. Okay.
Big and blue with doors.
All right. Hope, you are up. The line is quiet, like silence, but not really silent. Just that still sort of quiet.
Like the sound of a page being turned in a book. Or a pause in a walk in the woods.
Good job pausing
Quiet.
for dramatic. Good job. That is
I
correct.
didn't know if you wanted me to go on or not.
Yeah.
Quiet. Like silence, but no tree there. Silent. Just that still, so tough, quiet. Like the sound of a page being turned in a book, or a pause in our walk in the woods.
Yes. Good job. All right.
So good.
Almost done. So I did take it kind of easy. on
Mama,
you
did
guys.
you
Did everybody get that right?
I did. Well, I didn't. I
You
did
didn't do
not
the
get the
pause
pause
and-
in the walk in the woods. I didn't get that
Do you think
part.
you would have gotten that?
No, I would
Yeah,
not have
okay.
gotten that.
I know the lines. I just didn't know if you wanted me to go on
Yeah,
because
I
there's
get
a
it.
pause in that.
That's
song.
true. That's true.
I
Yeah, I did
think-
say end of the phrase.
I think so. The little girl Emma who plays Matilda,
Mm-hmm.
she does such a good job with that song too.
Yeah, she does a good job of expressing it with her
And she
face.
sounds just like that girl on the track
She
just
does.
now. So good.
All right. Question number 9.
I am set free. And when it's cold outside, I feel no fear. Even in the winter storms, I am warmed by a sword and stubborn fire.
What?
I'm just laughing at my answer.
Me too.
Yes. All right, Mom.
Oh, is it really my turn?
Yeah. We're back around to you. All right, the words so far is, and when it's cold outside, I feel no fear. Even in the winter storms, I am warmed by a small but stubborn fire.
Oh no. I chop wood in the fall, so I have fuel for that fire.
Okay.
You're right.
Good try.
I don't know.
Good try. Good try.
But I'm just explaining how things work
I
with
know
the
you
fire.
don't know the next part of the song.
I know.
But please, like, try and be like part of the song.
I know it's not right.
Chopping wood.
I know it's not right, but I have no clue.
We're
what
talking
comes
about
next.
her house.
Yeah.
Oh, so what? Like, I have a stack of wood in the corner that helps me with my fire.
I'm warmed by a small but stubborn fire. I will chop wood for this fire in the winter.
Okay, let's hear the real. Let's hear the real one and see who got this correct.
In the spring
I'm
and
just-
summer.
I'm just explaining the science behind it.
That's right.
Science.
Okay, here's the answer.
I am set free. And when it's cold outside, I feel no fear. Even in the winter storms, I am warmed by a small and stubborn fire. And there is nowhere I would rather be. It isn't much, but it is enough for me.
Wow, I'm noticing that Griffin got that right.
Yeah.
You
So
too,
yeah,
Olivia?
and that one's
Oh,
tricky
no.
because there's different times it goes on to it isn't much, but it is enough for me. But this time she says, and there's nowhere I would rather be.
And there's one time where she's like, even in it. That's the one I thought it was.
Ugh.
But I don't know the words to that either.
Yeah,
so.
that's tricky. Tricky. All right, good job. All right, we ready for our last one?
I think
Here we
she
go.
probably did cut the firewood so that she could
Yeah,
have
she
some fuel
probably
for her
did.
fire.
I'm guessing nobody did it for her.
Cut the fire.
We'll ask her.
That's right. Okay.
We'll ask her tomorrow.
Question number 10.
You will become a screaming horde. Take out your wookie stick and use it as a sword. Never again will we be ignored.
I'm just now noticing that this is Hope's line in the musical.
I noticed that too.
Was that on purpose?
It's some of these were just chosen because I like them. And I think this part is kind of funny. Like I like the lines that they sing, and yeah. Also, I remember specifically in the Netflix version, I think this is a part where they do like a cool dance break.
Yeah, except all of these solos are sung by one person.
Yeah, that's true. They switched around.
It's my
lines.
character in the movie. They're the bully, one of the big kids. Her name is Hortensia.
Yeah, they do some shifting around of
but
characters.
I downgraded.
Yeah, you're a little kid, like probably more like the book, I'm guessing. Okay, Griffin, we're on to you. It starts with, "We will become a screaming horde. Take out your hockey sticks and use it as a sword. Never again will we be ignored."
We'll find out where the chalk is stored.
And
Draw rude pictures on the board.
it's
not insulting when we're voting.
very good. All right, let's hear that.
nice.
Here's
How
our
many
answer.
phrases do you need?
I don't know. Here we go.
I did that whole.
You will become a screaming horde. Take out your wookie stick and use it as a sword. Never again will we be ignored. We'll find out where the chalk is stored. Draw rich pictures on the board. It's not insulting, we're revolting.
Yes, very good.
If you wait, okay, so the next part is a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, I thought about doing
I
that.
love the next part. You should have done that.
You should have done that. I could have gotten it, but it is more difficult
Yeah.
than what you did.
You have to, you
The
have to
hardest
go
one
through
was
like a,
Trench Bowl.
a spelling test, but you have to spell things incorrectly, don't you?
You can SPL. We can SPL how we like. If enough of us are wrong, wrong is right. Everyone NORTY, because we're a little bit naughty. So
Naughty.
that's how they
Yeah.
tell us to say it. So you gotta stay inside the lines. But if we disobey at the same time, there's nothing that the Trunchbull can do. She can take her hammer and SH.
You my,
They have us cut out.
you my
Yeah.
fault, you weak.
Yeah, Olivia's still writing.
So,
No, I'm not. I'm adding
Oh,
a
okay.
point because I got it right.
Good job.
in the musical, for revolting children, there are two sides of the stage. I'm on one side with Alice and Lavender, and Matilda. The other side has Tommy, Hortensia, Nigel, and Amanda. But our side is harder than the other ones.
How so?
Because our line is everyone in ORTY, but there's like no timing, and it's really awkward to say.
Yeah. So that is some of those are the timing on those are tricky, and that's one where you guys don't have the backing of the Big Kids Choir quite yet. It's a smaller group, but you guys are doing well. So you have 3 more chances to really nail it home.
I think I got it.
So what are you supposed to use as a sword? Take out your...
They're hockey sticks because we're British.
Oh, do they just have those laying around?
I guess. I don't know.
I was talking, I don't know who it was, but I was talking to someone about that. We were walking back. We had just finished our performance. I think it was Sunday. And they just came up to me and they're like, so do British children just have hockey sticks?
I mean, maybe.
Like, just in their school bag, just a hockey stick?
Gotta be a reference in the book that we just don't
I
quite
don't
get.
know.
Field hockey, maybe.
Yeah, field hockey.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
How do you play field hockey?
I think
Trunch Bowl allows
Is
it.
it like with a soccer ball or
No,
what?
I think it's just like a rolling ball. But... Okay, anyway, let's, how did you at home do? Let's check in with our team here. Did any of you get at least 5 right? Oh, Mom's hand is not up.
No.
Mom, how many did you get correct? 3! Good job. All right.
What did you do for that last one?
That one I got right.
You got
Yeah,
right.
I did.
All right, Griffin, how about you?
9.
9. How about you, Hope?
9.
9. And Olivia?
I also got 9.
Oh, what was the trippy, or the
Trunch
Bowl?
Bowl.
Oh, yeah, nobody got the Trunch Bowl one. That was
Is that
tricky.
you too, Griff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mattering and twittering.
Yeah, that's tricky. All right, well,
Twattering
good job.
twittering.
That's right. Good job, everybody. Nice work on that quiz. All right, we're going to wrap things up here real quick by doing some things we normally do on our podcast. One of them is a segment where we get to find out something that has brought us joy recently. This is a section called Precious Moments. So, it's really simple. What we do here is just share something that has recently been happening in your life that has brought you joy. Deb, do you want to start us off?
Sure. I just want to say it right now for all history's sake, that when I listen back to this someday, I want to remember that I love summertime with my 3 kids.
Oh, there we go. Summertime with 3 kids.
I like the hours, even though sometimes you can get a little antsy, feeling like, okay, what is everybody gonna do to stay busy? But also just knowing that it doesn't have to be so busy. It takes some, I don't know, it takes a certain level of just peace to just be okay with not being busy, and also just to let people have some downtime, but also the preciousness of being together.
And as we've just heard just recently, the blessing of just quiet. Just like sitting around and the house is just quiet. People are napping or
I took a nap today.
chattering or twittering.
Like the sound of a page being turned in a book.
Yeah.
Yes,
Or
Olivia,
whispering in
so
history.
Yeah, for real. Miss, I need a tissue.
There's an issue we can fix.
All right. Who's got another one for their precious moment? Something that recently you've experienced that brought you some joy. I'll say for me, something that has brought me joy is I enjoyed being able to do a little bit of weightlifting again. So I did a weightlifting again this week, and it's just always it's a joyful thing to like still be able to pick up a weight.
Yeah.
You know, like
when your body still works the way it should.
yeah, you're
I
like
get it.
okay, yeah, like okay, I can still
Yeah.
do that. That was nice.
I get how that is really wonderful.
Yeah. I was able to keep up with the push-ups that this workout video was doing.
Good
so
for you.
yeah.
I'm excited for when the Smiths and the Burzloffs come over for the summer.
Yeah. So the precious moment of having cousins come visit. That's good.
And the Brands that came for our
Oh, right. Yeah. You got to see
performance.
a lot of family got to come to the performance.
So we got to see some of the M Brants, and this coming weekend we'll get to see the Smiths, and then the week after that the Burzloffs.
Yeah.
Many
Precious
cousins.
precious moments.
My precious moment is what we have been talking about this whole podcast.
Oh.
So all of the friends that we've made and how they let us feel welcome and we have fun with them. And we are going to continue to have fun with them because they are super funny and nice.
That is a precious moment. Hope, any precious moments?
I'm kind of tied between just like being a theater kid and like doing the musical.
Mm-hmm.
And this week I helped with VBS, which was really fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to help out with Vacation Bible School and see your friends, see some friends, and do Vacation Bible School stuff.
You can hit the Bible, dude.
Yes. Okay. All right. A couple of announcements. First of all, if you are a listener and you want to send us some fan mail, we now have the ability to receive fan mail. If you go to mydarlingsdistractions.buzzsprout.com, you can give us fan mail just like someone named Kristen did. So we got some fan mail. It says, I just wanted to say congratulations to Deb for reading Little Women. What an achievement. Love, Kristen.
Thank you, Kristen. It is. And she's the one that said, Deb, can't believe you haven't read that book yet.
Yeah.
I'm glad she heard that I have read it. Thank you, Kristen.
Yep. So if you go out to mydarlingsdistractions.buzzsprout.com, under each episode, there's just a little link.
Writing.
There's a little link there that'll let you send a chat message or a text message to us as fan mail. Also, we are now on YouTube. So if you go to search for My Darlings Distractions on YouTube, you will find our podcast out there. Or if you'd like to get in contact with us, you can leave us a voicemail. You can do that by calling on your touch-tone phone, 61 AIR, that's air, 0 VOLT, that's volt. So 61 air 0 volt, or 612-470-8658. Leave us a voicemail and you just might end up on the podcast.
Okay, current event time, really quick.
Okay.
Current events. There's a flood in Siouxland.
Sure.
There's a flood in parts of South Dakota.
Breaking news!
That is correct.
Yeah.
On My Darling Distractions at 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it 10?
It's 10.
It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, there's a flood. We just need to remember that happened in 2024. And also the Olympics are coming.
Yeah.
Also, there was a presidential debate tonight,
Yeah,
but
we
none of us
missed
watched it.
We missed it. Yeah, so.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah. All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed the podcast.
We should do that every episode.
Yeah. All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed the podcast, and we will hope to see you again next time. And that's it. We'll see you later.
Adios.